We can't start it without you, Diego.
I have to start.
Yeah.
Every
I was
time
listening.
I forget.
I was
I'm
using my
always listening to women and other minorities.
No, you
Okay,
just
I
don't
can't
talk.
speak first.
You just have omega autism, bro.
We're the basement leftists, and we're
We're
here.
Yeah.
leftists, and we have been, and we always will be forever and ever.
Mhm.
Oh man.
I
And
wonder if one day I'll be able to record in my basement.
today we have a guest. No, we don't. I lied.
Today we have a guest. It's Tim Pool.
It's Tim Pool.
Tim Pool's on the pod. My goat.
The biggest pool.
It would be real sad for
Guys,
him if he was that irrelevant.
We're going swimming today.
Okay, I've been doing like a bit of a Tim Pool deep dive, but like not really, like because you don't need to know a lot about him. He's like a right-wing grifter, and he's pretends to be moderate because he just like randomly will be like, oh yeah, I'm for universal healthcare, but I also love Trump and I love ICE brutalizing brown people and stuff like that. But I was
Also, the beanie speaks to him directly into his mind.
yeah, it's the beanie controlling him actually.
I hate to make this assumption, but you know, I'm a Tim Pool newbie. You know, I'm still on the shallow end.
Mhm.
I don't know much about him. Is there a balding head under that?
I don't know.
That hat?
I've
Is he the
legit
quintessential
never
male?
seen him without
Nobody.
the beanie.
It's like fucking Louise's ears from Bob's Burgers. He never takes them off.
Yeah, he's basically a cartoon character, and he always wears a flannel and the beanie, and it's definitely because he has a bad hairline, like 100%. It's not.
Well,
Disputable.
yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe you went to Turkey. No, I mean, if
No,
I
I
had a
think he
beautiful
would-
head of hair, which I do, I would not wear hats, and I don't.
And there's no cam on,
So-
so proof. I didn't.
Okay,
think so.
you've seen me. You've seen me many times. Okay, I am gonna buy one this week though. So next recording, I should have one.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I was
It's,
saying we're making all these pool jokes, and so he had Ye on his podcast like during with
I
Nick
actually-
Fuentes, and then Ye left in a rage, I guess, and then he went on a different program and he kept saying "pool's closed." And it's
Oh
just
my
playing in
God.
my head.
That's really,
It's like,
that's actually awesome.
I can't quote Ye like that. Like not from that era. That's not okay, but all I keep thinking when you make
But
pool
pool's
puns
closed.
is pool's closed.
No, that's aura. Okay,
Close,
look,
buddy.
listen. Sometimes the worst person you know just made a great point.
Man. Terrible news.
Yeah. But this Tim Pool's in the news for the first time in 8 years because he hasn't done anything. But he went on Jubilee and he calls himself a moderate, and everybody's super pissed about that. And they actually changed the title of the Jubilee video.
Which, like,
Which is
yeah, he's not a fucking moderate.
He's not a fucking
Like-
moderate. And again, I was looking into this a little bit. He went on Steven Crowder's show afterwards, and he basically said it was like a strat of his to like say he's a moderate and go in a liberal media outlet like Jubilee, which like the biggest quotations around liberal.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing liberal about them. They're absolutely mercenary. They're just there to exploit any kind of discourse.
No, they're a moderate, just like Tim Pool.
Ooh.
Yeah, like that doesn't make them moderate.
Yeah, so it was his strat apparently to get viewers, which probably proves the point that he was hemorrhaging views for a long time.
He's a genius.
Yeah, crazy to say something like that.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, there's like a lot of
that's kinda-
calculus that goes behind my decision.
I love when the dumbest person you know tries to talk like they're smart. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Mhm.
That's his entire existence, though. Is
Oh,
just
yeah, well,
trying to
mhm.
sound smart. It's so infuriating. Okay.
Bro has mastered the art of trying to sound smart in that time. He could have just
Tim
learned
Pool,
to be
more
smart.
like Tim Cool.
Yeah. Okay, should we get into this or we watch this intro?
Yes, please.
You have a lot of politicians on the Democrat side who got behind authoritarian practices during COVID. I'm not going to support those individuals.
So, but the authoritarian practices today,
Like not getting
are really
haircuts. It's authoritarian.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
The mainstream political left commits more violence than the mainstream political right.
None of what you're saying makes any sense.
What
It
does
sounds like
that
you're
mean?
honestly drifting a lot.
You can say
Look,
that.
it's not. We're not even there. Let's not.
Oh
Let's
my
not argue with
God.
the intro.
I never
It
said
just
there
hasn't
was.
happened yet.
You want me to get you a
I'm just
soapbox?
saying, it's
I
really
can
Because
leave.
if we argue the intro, we're done.
You
want me to
do
leave?
what you do.
You want me to
It's
leave?
really easy to do what you do.
Is the United States tracking towards civil war?
That's so
Or is America
funny.
more united than it seems?
Okay, wait, no. I can't
Hi,
pause
everyone,
it
I'm
yet.
Paris Rose,
But
and I'll be filling in for
No,
John
we
today.
have to.
From
We
Jubilee
have to.
Media, this is Surrounded, where one brave soul faces a room full of disagreeers. Today we're debating which political party is more
disagreeers?
violent. Is authoritarianism on the rise in America? And have both parties abandoned their oath to the Constitution? I'm here with our featured guest, moderate political commentator, Tim Pool.
Hi, I'm
Moderate.
Tim Pool. I'm the host of Timcast I.
moderate.
Moderate.
They
Yeah,
really
I mean-
they're leaning into that. Like
And it's not like Jubilee doesn't like they're doing that on purpose. Like it's not like they don't know what they're doing.
they probably agreed to have him on. It's interesting that they changed the title though, like from the pushback on that. Like
Yeah.
but like
What was the original title?
Moderate.
one moderate
Moderate.
versus 20 progressives. But like the Tim Pool, we could play the clip real quick.
When these people come out and go, Tim's a bootlicker for defending us, I'm like, no, you misunderstand. It's my boots. It's mine. I voted for them. I'm wearing the boot. I'm stomping on the ground. I ain't licking anybody. I'm clapping for these people that I said, please go out and
Me when my
enforce the
cousin
law.
knocks over my Lincoln Logs.
I ain't licking anybody. What an odd thing to
Look,
specifically quantify.
If you're a grown man and you're gonna slam a table,
I have never licked anybody.
if you're a grown man and you're gonna slam a table, you better do that privately. You look like a
Do
child.
do not record that. You and your little
Yeah,
beanie slamming the
You cannot,
table.
like
But
little
how
ass
is that-
fucking weak wrists, brother.
How is that a moderate view? Like
Well, it's not.
he's to the right of establishment Dems, he's to the right of some Republicans in certain areas. Like it's insane. I'm Tim P.
Yeah, but he's doing it moderately. He
he's
sees both sides.
it is just moderate where he just like
Moderate.
has the most insane like right wing opinions, and then
He's
he just
getting
peppers
bisexual
in.
and moderate confused.
No, he's not Steven Crowder. Okay, let's get into it.
IRL, and today I'm surrounded by progressives.
Progressives.
First surrounded claim is that the mainstream left commits more violence than the mainstream right.
If you'd like to be the first debater, get to the
My
chair.
first thing is that the right does
in
not bust it down like the left does.
3, 2, 1.
This is
Yo, their hair.
can I say this is the most ridiculous premise before they start? Because
Can I say something else?
you're gonna say she's fine.
I saw Ned's face and she knew what I was gonna say. Like,
She's fine.
yeah, she's hot.
She's so hot. Yeah,
That's insane. Can you be a better?
Like-
Can you
we need Trudeau
not?
back.
Can you not put moderate in the title?
Yeah, what happened to Trudeau?
You're too
What
fine to
happened
be
to
lying
Trudeau?
to your viewers.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But this premise
But yeah,
is
it's,
insane. Sorry.
I mean, I'm about to say what you're gonna say, so and you sound more confident, so you go ahead.
It's just he can't say the left commits more violence than the right because that's so untrue. Like it's like 80% of like
No, you don't understand the
violent
mainstream
crime
left.
is exactly. So he's saying it's the fringe, but it's the mainstream left that commits all the violence, and it's all insane. Like this is a point you can argue, but the framing in itself is a loss for him. To even have to say mainstream, it means
Well,
that
that's why
he knows the fringe right or the alt right is committing all the violence.
Yeah.
And like it's such a who decides what's mainstream, and at the very least I can tell you, like, your classic metrics of like, when people talk about mainstream media, they mean like the top 10 media platforms that get the most viewers. there is zero leftist representation in mainstream media. They just like pretend that liberal capitalist media is communist because they're insane.
So you've never heard of George Soros? Seriously.
You mean daddy?
You mean that guy who's signing our checks? Yeah, that's my sugar daddy.
Directly to the account.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't even launder it like Russia does for Tim Pool.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Timmy,
How's it going? Hey.
Great to meet you, buddy. How
Likewise.
you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
There seems to be like a broader implication with your prompt that there's this domestic threat from mainstream left politicians. Like, do you really think Hillary Clinton's like leading the vanguard
By the way,
revolution party?
bogging
Like,
him.
Yeah.
Right in front of him.
Pause. Hillary Clinton is a mainstream left bro. You're already falling for it. Like, he's supposed to be surrounded by 20 progressives right now. Are we about to find out he's actually surrounded by 20 liberals?
No, this guy's progressive. He's adhering to the argument, because that's what you would say. It's like the mainstream left is like whatever, like, is he means Democrat versus Republican is what he's saying. I think. But like that's obviously like she's not on the left.
I think I'll probably just need to learn to quiet myself for the entirety of this prompt, because I will never be able to accept that premise. like calling Hillary Clinton
you're being very autistic
a left-wing politician. Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, it's just the argument doesn't even deserve the oxygen of the legitimacy of making that leap for him, of being like, oh yeah, classic left-wing politicians such as Hillary Clinton. Though I will say, you could have like actually lifted someone that you could realistically argue as being on the left, like Bernie Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Saying Hillary Clinton there is strange, but you know, I probably shouldn't immediately have smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So if he brought him up, then he can't make a point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and also he's talking about violence, and you can't talk about like Hillary was the Secretary of State, so I guess you can make a point with that. Whereas Bernie, I don't think killed people.
I don't think killed people is crazy.
You don't think?
I don't know, man. He could have voted for something, and then someone's like, "Oh, actually, and I did that," and then whatever.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
You look at the violence that we do see. It's from I describe it as from blunt to acute, which is with the French
I don't think.
right. You'll see.
I'm sorry. Can you pause?
Is that the correct use of acute? Like, I don't think you can relate it to blunt. Like, does it just mean small?
Those are not.
Can it also just mean small?
Just means small.
Yeah.
Or it can just mean small.
Yeah. His sentence made. Yeah, but how does that relate to blunt?
They're not
I
opposites. He said blunt versus acute.
Oh. Wait, yeah, those are not opposites.
What does that mean?
You can be small.
That's a nonsense word.
Well, that's what these guys do.
I describe
my
it
friend
as
who I told
from
you
blunt to
used.
acute. Yeah.
What? Unless he's talking about
Like
loud, if you know what I'm saying. No, I had a friend that used to watch him, and he would just say drivel like that too, like literally nothing words that just are there to make you sound like you know what you're talking about, but you're not saying anything.
He's literally,
because I assume what he's trying to go for is he's there, like out in the open versus not, is what I'm assuming. But maybe I'm wrong, because it doesn't make any sense.
Let's let him speak.
Let him
the pool
speak.
is open. Let's let him talk. Let him speak. Let him cook. What's he cooking?
Swim a little.
Is with the fringe extreme right, you'll see extreme mass shootings. You'll see someone will show up.
The fringe extreme right,
things like that.
I'm pretty sure
Let's
there
put
was
some more qualifiers on it until it just means nothing.
And if we
again, this is such a.
I think your mic is delayed.
This is such a moment. This is such a moment of classifying that as the extreme right is just objectively incorrect. Like, the amount of explicitly MAGA far right shooters, and MAGA is not the fringe. It is literally the mainstream. Donald Trump is the president and functionally controls all three branches of government right now. They are the mainstream by every objective metric.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have to
So yeah,
fact check
there's
this,
me saying
but
that
I'm,
again. I promise I'll stop.
I'm pretty sure that somebody was a Tim Pool subscriber and was a mass shooter, and that was a big controversy.
Was that in New Zealand?
Was that?
I can't remember.
Wait, no, wasn't that guy? Wasn't the guy who went after Trump at the correspondence dinner? I thought he was like, or was he a Destiny fan? And though, I mean, I don't even know, man. Like, I don't even like signal boosting that narrative that like you can just tie someone to because their YouTube account was subscribed to someone. Like, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, we'll have to fact check that, but it's just this entire premise makes no sense. It's also just not true, and like, yeah, it's just like there's literal like white supremacists in holding positions of power in the government. So like,
not like one or two.
Yeah.
No.
On the left, though, you'll see
Like,
riots,
basically all of
vandalism
them.
that you don't see from the right. But the point I'm making is that when you break down the ideology that
January
motivates
6th?
individuals that commit political violence, there is
That
more,
was
more often
the
overlap between the Democratic
Alterno
Party's
right.
This is so
ideologically
ridiculous.
and what we see in street level violence, as well as maybe assassinations.
What is
versus
it-
What the Republicans
No, he's
do.
doing the hand thing on the
I couldn't
table.
disagree more. What ideologies that the Democratic Party is promoting that leads to these types of violence? Anytime you see an act of violence that's typically attributed to the left, it is immediately condemned by every Democrat politician.
Indeed.
You couldn't point to one that actually endorses that. Or you
not
have somebody
arguing
like Donald Trump, who's literally the president of the United States, saying that we should call for the death of congressional members who are fulfilling their civic duty and saying, hey, maybe you shouldn't fulfill
guy's ball
illegal
knowledge.
orders if you're in the military. And Donald Trump's asking for them to be put to death. How is that not
that's terrifying.
inciting to violence?
No, that's absolutely terrifying. I completely disagree with that. My point more so is that when you see, say, the George Floyd or the BLM riots, you end up with Biden and Kamala themselves promoting fundraisers for those accused of committing these crimes. During
Which
these riots,
which crimes could you point to?
So in Minnesota, you had there was a firefighter who opened a sports bar. It was burned down. In fact, when the local news went to interview him about his dream bar being burnt to the ground, it was ransacked. I don't think it was burned to the ground. They while they're filming the story, there were people looting a safe and stealing it.
Well, I think that there's absolutely a big difference between a lot of the private buildings or private enterprises that were targeted versus like public institutions like the police precinct. Like, you're somebody who I've seen the iconography on your show. You're a big patriotic guy. You love 1776, right? That wasn't the most peaceful way that we had, criticizing our government or saying that tyranny shouldn't
How long
exist
was the
here.
revolution?
Yeah, I think that's a point. I don't know if he's gonna make it and make it well, but he's talking about how like the left is responsible for a lot of like rioting and looting and whatever, which is like technically true, but that's like only one type of violence, right? It's a reaction, like it's a reaction to institutional violence, right? And you're just ignoring the very normal institutional violence that exists that is definitely a mainstream right thing. And you're just like focusing on the rebellion against it and acting like that's super violent.
Yeah. And
I think that's stupid.
Well,
yeah, and it's just like, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Does that even square? Like attributing rioting to the left? Like,
yeah,
because
I mean, like BLM and shit, like
vandalism. Yeah, because vandalism happened. But like, it's the kind of thing where he's willing to say that, but would he say that about like the civil rights protests? And I'm saying obviously a conservative wouldn't give a fuck, and they would absolutely condemn
But a
Martin
moderate?
Luther King as a violent extremist. But would he be willing to say that? Someone who calls himself a liberal moderate say that? It's just the classic like civil disobedience that creates outcomes that we now like. Are the people are lionized and romanticized and they're awesome now, but no more civil disobedience. Can't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Or you're a radical.
And just like we started this off watching the clip of him talking about ICE, how is that not mainstream right violence?
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, you know, if it's state sanctioned, it's chill as fuck.
Then
Once a
it's
Democrat does
fine.
it.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's so crazy. And like Black Lives Matter was in response to a violent state action. Like what are you talking about? Like and
Well, the state's only bad if it's Ukraine.
True.
God of those.
He sees Russia in his dreams.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, and it says a lot that, again, an alleged moderate is just parroting one of the most classic right-wing propaganda points that they've been harping on about for literally decades at this point, which is screaming about an allegedly violent left. Like he's just verbatim, just repeating like propaganda talking points that we know are distributed through MAGA.
War
But I will say,
on before they signed the declaration.
I will say that the police precincts, the same people who committed a brutal murder using state violence in order to justify that, I think we can understand why people would rightfully be mad without any accountability.
Which political party is in control of the police department in Minneapolis?
That is not the central. First of all, we're talking about the mainstream political left. Which politicians are endorsing that type of behavior?
Never said politicians were endorsing it.
Then what's the mainstream left?
So you have activists whose ideology aligns with politicians.
So the mainstream left.
The Democratic Party. The ones that are committing violence. Because let me tell you, the leftists that you could talk to, not the biggest fans of the Democratic Party.
Is the Democratic Party in favor of Black Lives Matter?
I would say, yeah. I'd say even most moderates. I'd say actual moderates, not right-wing
you have
conservatives.
Only BLM also. That's it.
Yeah.
And that comparing that to something like January 6th is crazy.
Also, did he not literally just contradict himself, because he at first goes, which political party controls the police in Minneapolis? And it's like, well, that's not how that works. And like, are you implying that it was their fault because they did the state violence? And which is another moment of any actual leftist would say, yeah, that's because the Democrats aren't fucking left and they also suck. But then like literally seconds later, he's like, he tries to be like, do the Democrats support Black Lives Matter, implying do they support violence? As if it's a bad thing, even though he was just trying to hit him with a gotcha that, oh yeah, the Democrats support, like, and again, playing defense for Republicans, presumably a classic moderate behavior.
That's all good. I'm not gonna make my point. It's all good.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. No, it's all good. No, I was just gonna say I don't like. Well, I do like reacting to these, but sometimes it's hard because it's like, yeah, you Mitchell are very willing to argue the point, where I am just like, this guy's a fucking idiot. He should go fuck himself, because he's not arguing the actual thing that they're talking about. He's not arguing with the person across from him. He's trying to make points for the people that watch him. So he doesn't care. He's not trying to win here. So when he says, "Oh, it's who runs Minneapolis," then the people that watch him, they're like, "Oh, good point, dude.
It's the liberals.
That's the liberals, dude." And then whatever this guy says, they're like, "Well, no, this soy boy cuck. He's just not going to say anything. Let's go to the skate park and jerk the boys off." Okay, that's what they're thinking about. So that's what, it's like.
Yeah,
I don't even. There's not even a point to like. There's not even a reason to argue his point. I mean, obviously there is. That's why we're here. But it's like. Yeah. He's just gonna say the stupidest shit, and it doesn't matter. He's just gonna say whatever he thinks like his little fucking wheels are gonna eat up.
And he's just a little rat too. Like, you can't pin him down because he moves the goalpost. He like concedes things that he's avidly like defended in the past during this debate. Yeah. Like, he's always gonna be wriggling his way out of anything. Maybe like a cockroach. You can't pin him down.
He has no conviction.
He has no conviction.
That's why he'll be like, no, I never said, or maybe, whatever.
That's why
he'll just say whatever he can say to win.
Yeah, because it's which is a problem with debate in general, right? He flips between the left, the mainstream left here is activists, and it's like, what are they activating? That's what I was going to say.
That is literally
what are they like protesting?
Political science. Political Science 101. I remember this from my first political science course. activists are like the furthest thing you place from the mainstream, because like as you understand political movements, and I remember my professor like running through like a tech tree of the way political movements can move and through their life cycles, and like you start with activism and then like eventually they can be like co-opted into literally what he called the mainstream. An activist is the opposite of the mainstream.
Well,
they are opposing institutions.
I actually did 4 years of school and you're wrong. Next.
Fair.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
And you're absolutely right that he just has no convictions, because you can see how he's just like he's just trying to clip farm, and he's just like reaching into his toolbox and throwing out talking points. Like he's not sincerely engaging in any kind of debate, and I understand how that just like creates apathy in our responses to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were the riots
usually
based
those
off
people also agree that police violence is something that should be discouraged.
Were the riots Black Lives Matter motivated?
They were motivated
By Black Lives Matter. So that ideology is established.
They were motivated.
They were motivated.
Well, yeah, there's a motive behind. That's how you do things.
That's everybody's
Like what?
motivated.
They were motivated. God, Tim Pool's a genius.
So you admit they
He
were
just, like, has
motivated, which
nothing
means
to say.
I'm right.
Do they have drive? Do
He
they have
might
power? Do they
genuinely
stay
be-
humble? Do they devour?
He might be one of the dumbest people I've listened to. Like, I'm not like Clavicular's probably dumber, but like this feels like what would happen if Clavicular tried to like talk like Hassan.
Clavicular didn't smash his brain.
I mean, he sounds like a child.
Yeah.
When he talks.
So you admit
Yeah. Also,
they're motivated.
You can't get enough.
Also, if you
Shut up. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had to flame him.
Never
Quality
said
work.
they were telling people to go be violent. I'm saying that there are violent individuals, and with the riots, a lot.
And they're
of
not
them
the fringe.
Can you tell me
How
who
about this?
Chris? Tell me who Chris Ray is. Do you know who Chris Ray is?
Explain it to me.
Well, you have a show talking about politics every day. I would think that you know. But Chris Ray was the former.
Let's not.
Which is funny because he hasn't like picked the name today.
So Chris Ray was the former FBI director under
Play
Donald
these
Trump's first term.
games.
He said that he even agreed with the findings from both the congressional.
That is
research
really
that
embarrassing for him to not know that.
Right-wing violence is way more proliferate in
We're
this
not
country
talking
than
about
left-wing
that.
violence.
That's not
That
meaningful
is.
to a voter. Let me explain. The
That's the problem.
That's not meaningful to a voter? What? What does that have to do with your point? Look at me. That's not even moving the goalpost. That's like, these aren't actually the goalpost dudes. They're over there in the parking lot. Like, what?
Then what's your point if this is
What
not
does this have to do
relevant?
with that's not relevant to a voter? What?
Then why is this your prompt if it's not relevant to a voter?
Oh my god.
Idiot.
It's not relevant. Also, I
Diego's
love this guy
commentary.
mogging him in every way. He's mogging him with his
let's be
full head of
real.
hair.
It's I already said that.
And
My
his
joke is
beard.
being stolen.
Yeah. I discovered it.
Yeah, he discovered it.
I was given a mandate by the Catholic Church to discover.
He's pulling my shit, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, it is really funny that he just didn't even that this random guy Jubilee grabbed off the street just knows more than
He's
Tim
not a
Pool.
random guy. He's a streamer. He
And
does
like
political
was more. Oh, he
commentary.
is.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you guys. Of course you would know that.
I didn't know that.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Republican Party rejects neo-Nazis.
Well, that,
No, Donald Trump invited Nick Fuentes to have dinner with him with Kanye West.
So tell me one politician who went out and campaigned for the neo-Nazi vote.
I'm blanking on his name, but God.
what?
He has the Ben Shapiro voice.
And
He literally was like,
he's
he
acting
invited Nick Fuentes to his house, and he was like, what if I talk about something else? What if we talk about people actively
This guy-
campaigning with
neo-Nazi vote,
And he has an answer too. He has an example of
Yeah,
somebody
he has
who
an answer,
actually
and
had.
that's not even a good question because like when Donald Trump posts an AI deepfake of the Obamas as monkeys, that is
unfathomably based.
not even arguably, it's very explicitly him campaigning for the neo-Nazi vote because neo-Nazis love that shit. Like what?
Yeah. And like also I'm pretty sure there have been Republican politicians that have campaigned with Nick Fuentes. I'm pretty sure Marjorie Taylor Greene did it, but I'll have to fact check that.
Girl boss.
Girl boss. Insane shit.
Like,
and
I
also
remember
just Trump having him
many fine
over.
people.
Yeah, like
Yeah. Like, name one politician. How about the most famous one, Donald Trump, who repeatedly did things to appease neo-Nazis? Like, what?
and Pete Hegseth with a Nazi tattoo.
Mm-hmm. And this guy's about to pull some like the most like backward guy that I've certainly never
Can we
heard
go
of, and
back to
also
letting
be
people
right.
make personal decisions once again? Seriously, does everyone have to be condemned? Oh, Nazi tattoo. Is that so bad?
Only if you're running for Senate in Maine.
Yeah, then you're fucking cooked.
That's the thing too,
I mean,
is that
you should
Hegseth
be,
and
by the way.
And you should be. Hegseth and Plattner are super like comparable politicians. And as soon as the allegations came out, like just like military service, Nazi tattoo, assault against women, drunk, and as soon as the assault against women like shit came out of Graham Plattner, everyone disavowed him and told him to step down, and he did. And Hegseth is the head of the Department of War. Like, that's the equivalent.
Yeah. Yeah. This guy is so fucking dumb.
He gives me head in the Department of War. You had to joke about it, because if not, I'll kill myself.
Yeah.
It's
And
it's a good thing you're not American,
Arizona.
though. At least.
In this country?
Well, we could talk about Gozar. We could talk about Matt Gaetz. We could talk about...
Matt Gaetz is not endorsing neo-Nazism. And Donald Trump
Are
said...
you kidding me?
Nazis
Talk about Donald Trump.
He is literally partnering with the America First movement. He was
America
chosen...
First and neo-Nazism are totally different.
Bro, so you don't think Do you think Nick Fuentes is a neo-Nazi? I forgot you've had him on your show. Oh my God, I literally forget.
I wouldn't describe Nick Fuentes as a neo-Nazi.
You don't...
I think Nick Fuentes would describe himself as a neo-Nazi.
Yeah. He just does. That's his thing.
But
I don't know, like fact checks.
I don't think there's anything else. I think that's literally his thing.
yeah, maybe he's
Like,
never
that's-
explicitly said it, but he's just been like, Hitler was a good guy. So, like, he's made every dog whistle, like, in the book, and just says incredibly racist things like he did while he was on Tim Pool's show, and then Tim Pool gave him the most softball interview, or like the most like light pushback ever, while he's just spewing white supremacy. Like it's like Tim Pool's like, literally, he's like, I think that the entire country should be white, and that's what makes a country good. And he's like, but what if we had the exact same society, but they had different skin colors? Would you still be racist then? And Nick Fuentes won't even accept that. Like, he's an open white supremacist. And he's not white.
It's just so like it's such a bad faith argument to pretend that people who are Nazis are going to walk up to you and look at the camera and say, I am Nazi, even though we basically are at that point. Like, but you should be judging people by their actions, not them denying what their actions mean.
Yeah.
Or denying labels.
Like, obviously white Christians are oppressed. We don't have to argue about that, because that's just true. But like, we don't have to be like this, guys. Come on.
Come on. Let's see.
I think that Nick Fuentes celebrating Adolf Hitler is not neo-Nazi adjacent.
I think you have to be very specific on what your terms are. And so when you go to an American voter,
No,
and
you
say
don't. You're an
something like-
idiot.
This is our model.
Oh my god!
This is our model.
He has this thing where when he's in a panic mode, he seems to. I'm curious if this is going to be through the whole debate. Where when he enters true panic mode, there's nothing to do. He's like, "Does that matter to voters?" And it's like, "What?"
Yeah. When you bring up facts, does that matter to voters?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Keep going.
So when you go to a
Indeed.
regular American and ask them what is
What I'm
meaningful to
trying to
them
get a
in terms
job?
of an election, you don't have Democrats or Republicans endorsing violence. But you also don't have Charlie Kirk's a good example. He threw out Nick Fuentes. He threw out white identitarians. White
Yeah, and he was an
nationalists from
awesome
his events. They were
guy
not
who
welcome.
never
Yeah.
incited any violence at all. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely wasn't
Great
pro
guy.
gun violence. I wonder.
Also, this is
Well, was he pro gang violence?
this is like the opposite. This is the opposite of the Rokada episode, where like none of the people in the Rokada episode could stay on topic, and in this one, the guy who brought the topic can't stay on his own topic.
We need Jillian Michaels in here to go. Not the claim.
It's not the claim.
That's mainstream.
She really does talk
You
like a
don't have
female
riots
Chuck
coming
Schumer.
from the Republican Party and the right, although you do have January 6th and things like that.
Things
When you take a
like
look at
just
the
January
the
6th.
facilities,
Things
the,
like that.
execution of Danielson,
A
the
very
assassination of
peaceful tour.
Just
Oh
small
my
little
God.
event. Low key little meetup. The fuck are you
Also-
talking about?
Also, is he about to call the assassination of Charlie? Oh wait, no, he is calling it. I think he is calling it right wing violence.
No, he's calling it left wing violence.
Oh, of course. Even though was it not literally a fucking groiper? Or at least that's the story. Even though I'm pretty sure the court case is just like in shambles right now, and the FBI just like is utterly incapable of prosecuting the case. That it just like all looks fake.
Mitchell,
but I could be incorrect about that.
did you say
Oh, no.
shambles? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Hits the law pose. Shambles. One Piece. Come on.
I had no idea what you were.
This guy does not know fucking ball, man. Put him on the bench. You're
actually
a water boy.
I am a water boy. I ordered a sick One Piece poster today, though. I'm really excited. I waited like months for it. I'll send you a picture when it gets here.
Sorry, that was
So-
way off top.
This is crazy that you guys brought up One Piece every episode. Maybe if we ever get some listeners, we'll have a bingo board.
No.
Yeah, we'll have the One Piece bingo board.
Yeah, but he's bringing up okay.
the shootings of the Tesla facilities, the
Tesla
execution
facility.
of Aaron Danielson, the assassination of Charlie
Shootings of the Tesla facilities. Hold on. Pause it again. Again, you were right. He is calling it left-wing violence, of course. But like violence against Tesla facilities. Shut the fuck up, you fucking corporo cuck. Elon Musk isn't gonna. You're not gonna get to suck Elon Musk's dick. Not that you would ever lick anything, because you're not the licker. You made that very clear. But like, I fucking hate
Are you
that.
on top
And
or
also,
bottom?
like, it's so cuck. It's so cucked to be bringing that up now when it's so far out of the media cycle. Like, that's not a current right-wing talking point. Like, it's
I forgot
crazy
that
to like
happened.
remember that for like 6 months later. Yeah, they were freaking out about that. They were going to declare anyone who fucking pissed on a Tesla sign a terrorist.
Also, just to be clear, the Aaron Danielson reference is like, I believe is like a white supremacist who was shot by somebody who was like counter protesting. He was part of the Patriot Prayer, whatever that is. And then the guy that shot him was like illegally killed by the state afterwards. Like, yeah.
Mhm.
So like, to bring up just that one piece of the story about like, oh, this guy got shot in cold blood, and then it's like, and then the state murdered him. He didn't stand trial. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And then Charlie Kirk, who literally died while talking about being pro-guns. Oh, counting or not counting gang violence.
You have to imagine he died happy in the world that he wanted, full of guns.
And one of the attempted assassinations on Donald Trump, not the Pennsylvania one, you can see the underlying ideologies overlap with the Democratic Party. When you take a look at like Nick Fuentes, he's opposed to the Republican Party. He's been actively endorsing Democrats right now.
He's been saying that the Republican Party is too left for him. It's not that he's opposed
That's
to the
my
Republican
point.
Party in principle.
This is literally my point.
That is not your
Nick
point.
Fuentes comes out and says, "Do not vote for Trump."
What-
The mainstream
when-
Republican
when
Party
you-
is at odds with these people.
No, again, if you're looking at all of the empirical data, the violence
This is
is
stupid.
way more on the right.
But
so
that's not
you
the
can say
claim.
what your feelings are.
That's not the claim.
That's not the claim. That's literally the claim.
No, I added mainstream, and mainstream means
It's-
whatever I want it to mean anytime.
Literally,
Yeah.
that's literally what I was gonna say.
Yep.
It's just what like
Yeah.
there's probably a term for that, but like, yeah, it's a gotcha.
It's
I
get
but
to
it's not.
just
It's
I
just
just
stupid.
I just get to lie.
Yeah, like, yeah.
You tell me cogent
He
points,
looks like
I
he's
give you
about.
lie.
He looks like he's about to cry at all times.
He's a pussy.
And I know because I look like that a lot.
What Tua?
Okay, I'm gonna play it.
It is not meaningful to a voter to say we don't like neo-Nazis and white supremacists.
It's not
because
meaningful
the
to a
voting party
voter.
is not saying
It's
they want a
meaningful to
white
say,
America.
let's be objective
I'm
of where the
pretty sure
violence
that
is
is
coming from. And if
meaningful.
it's more substantially coming from the right, that is a problem that
But
needs to be
it's
tackled.
not coming from Charlie Kirk.
Okay,
who
we're
was
not
killed.
talking about Charlie Kirk. We're talking about the overall.
You know what? You know, pause it. You know what? You know what?
Charlie Kirk.
Nothing's coming
You
from
know what?
Charlie Kirk.
You know, he's right. First true thing he's said. It's not coming from Charlie Kirk.
It's coming from
Kirk anniversary's coming up.
Charlie Kirk. We're carrying the flame. Don't worry, Charlie.
Don't worry, Tim.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
We're carrying the
We're
flame.
carrying the flame. Don't worry.
So you're telling
That's
me
not my claim.
You're telling me that the prioritization of hierarchies, both ethnic, both cultural, that is not a dangerous ideology. But
never said
something like
that.
BLM that says, hey, maybe we should take back police violence. Maybe we should have accountability for people who are in charge of certain aspects of our nation, committing violence on citizens. Those are absolutely completely different ideologies. And the fact that you're saying it is more motivating for violence, that the left wing is encouraging people to take those that are committing violence accountable.
In the
that
last 10
absolutely is not
years,
more.
there have been over 465 incidents of left-motivated political violence that aligns with the Democratic Party, and there's
Just immediately gets fact-checked by this.
Fact check is just,
It's
we
just
have
like-
no idea what he's talking about.
Just
Like his again, he's just like it's insane to even think that you could say that the Democrat Party has an entirely consistent position that you could apply to pro-violent behavior, because the only reason you can say that about the Republican Party is because Donald Trump literally says do violence to these people. Like it's just an insane premise.
By the way, we've been recording for like 20, almost 25 minutes. We're still on the first guy.
no, like 40 minutes.
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I think there's a good chance that we're just going to skip the rest of the people in this prompt, just because he's just going to keep saying the same thing, man. We're going to keep going back to a voter doesn't care about that.
I guess we're skipping it because we just can't argue against his points. We lost on the marketplace of ideas,
We
actually.
did. We did. This is so
It's
funny,
cooked.
though.
God.
Just
I
make
know it
it
is. I'm just pointing it out.
I know. It's just. Yeah, I think we do kind of have to.
Spiritually, I think the red flags are just because people don't want to listen to him talk anymore. And they want it to be over for a beautiful, 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like we should at least finish this guy off, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
been one on the Republican side, which is January 6th, which admittedly is particularly egregious. January 6th was that's what we talk
Particularly
about. Blunt versus
egregious.
acute. Now the problem
Blunt
is, I
versus
already know what
acute.
all you're going to say. You're going to say
Blunt
FBI
versus
and Cato, but it's
acute.
not
You
meaningful
really
to
want
me
to
or any
bring that
voter
up again.
to tell me why white supremacists are violent, because I don't like white supremacists, nor will I vote for them. And more importantly, you bring up Nick Fuentes. He is not aligned with Republicans, and he's advocated against them.
I think for somebody who
Republicans
has
don't like him.
I think for somebody who has a political show where you talk about this stuff every day, you are completely misreading the conversation when you're saying that those that are engaged in civil disobedience are
I'm not talking
Democrat
about civil
voters. You're telling me
You're
that those
misframing
people
what
are
I'm saying.
canvassing for Democratic
Never
politicians,
said that.
which is
I'm
absolutely
actually,
not true.
Absolutely in favor of canvassing.
And anything that you just brought up that I've said, I've never said that.
I've actually never said that, and you're wrong.
And I've actually never said anything. I'm actually just fucking stupid. I've never said anything.
I'm
The
just,
first true thing you said.
No one rewind. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I want to. Okay, can I say this live on TV? I want to fucking beat him up. I actually do. I actually want to fight this little fucking dweeb. He's a dweeb. You know what I mean? Look, we shouldn't bully people, but you look at his face and you're like, that's a fucking person who needs to be bullied. He needs to be hit.
But it's not about how he looks. It's about how he acts. And
Well,
I have this, obviously, but you just want to punch his face when you see it because you associate it. Obviously.
Yeah, because it's just disgusting.
But I agree, obviously, that you shouldn't bully people. But he acts like this really particular type of unlikable guy who is both deeply, deeply insecure and self-righteous.
Yep.
And it's a terrible combination and extremely he's the guy that would get bullied like in your school and you like stand up for him, and then he's like, I need your help, and you're stupid like, and like just like calls you a slur. You know?
And you're like, oh, no wonder nobody fucking likes you.
Yeah. He's like a loser, but he's not like, well, he's kind of pitiable, but he's not like a loser you feel bad for.
Yeah. One way I've heard this described is someone who thinks that they're very logical, but they confuse that logic with their emotion. So then they're like, they think that everything that they're doing emotional is logical, and that leads to like this insane fucking spiral where you end up like this dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say it's something I thought about like from the first moment I've been hearing him speak. He seems like the quintessential person that is like, I am very logical, because he's rebranded anger as not an emotion in his own mind.
Yeah.
Rebrand? I think men been doing that for a while.
Well, yeah, I was associating him with that like general patriarchal concept of men are more logical because we've rebranded anger as not an emotion.
But he's just, and it's so funny when he gets angry. He freaked out on Candace Owens, and it was just like, it was just hilarious. Like he's pounding his fists and he's screaming at her.
I'm saying he's a fucking baby.
He's a little baby.
He's just not emotionally regulated.
That's why he doesn't have hair.
He's a Reddit moderator in a beanie cap. I was gonna say I looked up some photos of him without his hat, and bro looks like a Reddit moderator.
I mean, he already looks like a Reddit moderator with the hat.
With the hat too, yeah. Okay, let's finish this guy.
OP, that was against the rules.
OP, you've been banned for life.
OP, fucking kill yourself.
Guys, they don't say this on Reddit. Don't make fun of Reddit.
Because I've defended Black Lives Matter blocking streets. I've defended left-aligned progressive groups like anti-capitalist groups blocking streets and environmental groups. I stand with civil disobedience, and I've defended them every single time. If you want to block a road, there's
what is it that you're saying is more violent on the left? You mentioned Black Lives Matter. You mentioned these protests.
Let's talk about the Tesla facilities being.
Oh my God, we're back to that
again.
It's property.
Oh my God!
It's
oh
property.
My God, the poor.
From the richest man on earth.
It's such a self-own to his point to be like, his examples are people vandalizing signs in front of Tesla facilities, and the examples on the right are literally cops stepping on people's throats.
Mm-hmm. And like Elon Musk is actually responsible for so many deaths because of their cuts to USAID. So. Like, we're talking about people literally dying versus like property being harmed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, guys. Sounds pretty bad to me.
Sounds pretty bad. If I own property, I might get it.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I might get a property.
10 minutes into this video. Okay.
Okay, I do think we have to just watch one from each claim.
Yeah, you might be right. I mean, he's got to be almost done.
To shoot anybody, but she is coming out saying Elon Musk is a dangerous threat to this country, and then you end up.
Never mind, the video fixed itself. It was frozen for a bit.
Oh.
With someone going and pulling a rifle up and shooting up a Tesla.
When you understand that the right always says politicians are not responsible for individual actions. Elizabeth Warren saying, hey, maybe we should have the same sort of economic policies they have in Scandinavia.
Why was Aaron
that is not her
Danielson
encouraging,
killed?
go shoot up a Tesla facility.
Why was
Where
Aaron
Donald Trump saying, let's hang the people who encourage
Shut the fuck
those in the
up.
military
Answer the question.
to actually fulfill their dreams.
You never do that.
You never answer the question.
He's the leader of the Republican Party, my dude. To say that these are equivocal at all is completely
false. I condemn 100% what Donald Trump said, calling for the death of those politicians.
We have to.
Yeah, look, and he can just do that at all times. He can condemn.
I can just condemn
anything.
And
to be a moderate.
I condemn it, even though, again, it defeats his own point, because he has to talk about random people shooting at a Tesla facility, and this guy's bringing up how the literal center of the entire right-wing movement, the most mainstream source, because everything that comes out of his mouth is gospel for his cult slaves, is Donald Trump, and he's directly calling for violence.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like Also, this is modern, so I could say like the mainstream right is bombing schoolgirls in Iran right now. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a lot worse than vandalizing a fucking Tesla.
Not again. Imagine.
Because it's state violence.
Yeah.
Also, it's
because it's state violence. All state violence is awesome.
Fuck, you know.
And then he'll just tell you he's against the Iran war. And
I don't get him.
Like, because he's actually he's against the Iran war.
I'll tell you, he's a person who has an ego that he needs to protect at all times. So anytime something's wrong, he concedes. So he's a moderate in the sense that he's an actual fucking pussy and has no conviction.
I like that.
Yeah.
I do like that. I mean, it's often what moderates are, is people who are just servants to whatever
think people who are
holds
just confused.
Power.
But I think he's genuinely like malicious. Like he's just a little narcissistic rat. Like genuinely.
I guess I would add like the qualifier, like a moderate influencer or politician is someone with no particular morals. Like I'm just an average person who calls himself a moderate, just probably doesn't know all that much, and they're don't want to take a strong position when they don't know that much, and that's not like unreasonable.
Mm-hmm.
If you stand for nothing, then you're fucking gay. I think that's how it goes.
Okay, should we jump to
clip it? Yeah, let's just jump to the next claim. There's no way anything. It's insane to make someone touch.
Founded claim is that the Democratic Party has embraced authoritarianism.
Wait.
If you'd like to be the first debater, please
pause it. Is he just right? Is he spitting? Hold on. Is he spitting?
Yeah.
Like the way he's saying it is obviously wrong because he's about to like argue about COVID-19 and shit about how not getting a haircut is literally the same thing as 1942 Germany. But hold on, he's just right. Chuck Schumer's absolutely fine with the Nazi takeover as long as his donors are happy about it.
Yeah, literally.
Get to the chair in 3, 2.
Yeah, but I don't like giving him props like that. So can you not do that, white boy?
Thank you. That was fast.
Fair.
Nice to meet you. Let's start off not by don't make me
sorry, can we pause really quick? I've been thinking about this a lot. Like people who will give props to people they don't like, they're like, well, you got to give it to him. No, I don't. Fuck them. Oh, he saw something obvious. Yeah, good for him. Like
yeah.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not
to
saying
be clear,
this was a joke.
No. I know you were. I know you. I'm not saying that's what you did. But I just wanted to bring that up because I've been thinking about that like a lot. Because it was like, you got to give it to. No, you never have to give it to them. You don't have to give it to anybody.
Yeah, like once again, it was like I think we've talked about this in the last episode, but Hassan literally called it like as soon as the like Abdul Sayed's primary was over, you immediately had a bunch of liberal media outfits where like the story was where the liberal media outlets, even though they're liberal, they have to like legitimize all the insane Islamophobic claims the right was making. Like I remember I should have like saved that clip because it actually like lives rent free in my head of just some newscaster person being like yeah, you do gotta admit he is Muslim.
Yeah, it's like
what? That's supposed to be you've said it in a moderate tone, but you've just said something explicitly fucking racist. There is no difference.
He's doing a good job bringing back the caliphate. You know what I mean?
And
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and to build on even more on what you're saying, Diego, like it's such a weapon of corporate Democrats to like people like Hillary Clinton going up there and saying, oh man, yeah, my advice to Abdul is to, moderate his positions. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. First of all, lost 1 trillion elections, ultimate loser, Hillary Clinton crawling out of irrelevance to grandstand for Republicans. Like, man, so much for back the blue, no matter who. Like, all you need to yeah. But yeah, it's absolutely a thing, and it's a thing we're seeing a lot of as the insurgent left is gaining so much political capital and momentum, and supposed centrists are running so scared they have to push themselves even further right and say insane shit like that.
Sorry. It's not her middle name.
What are you laughing about?
It's her unmarried name.
I have no idea what any of her names are. So,
anyways, it's fun. It's just so funny to call it her middle name. I love that. I didn't listen to a single thing that Richie said. Yeah, I agree. You don't have to hand it to him. That people are doing that with Tucker Carlson too, with his like anti-Israel stuff.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's big time.
because it's just like you have to hand it to him is legitimizing language that comes from mainstream media outlets that use it to legitimize
It's the
extremists.
dumbest guy you know just made a point, and guess what? Your dumbass just fell for it. Like,
Yeah. And also, you can do different framing where you can say, they're saying this, and they're putting an ounce of truth in it to hook you in, and then they're filling it with lies. Like, you can talk about...
that's literally propaganda.
Yeah. And you can just say it. You can just admit, like, yeah, they're using an element of truth to try and deceive you. Or, this sounds like it's a good point because it's anti-Israel, but really it's not pro-Palestinian. So this is bad. You don't have to say, well, we gotta hand it to him for saying something anti-Israel.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference.
Yeah. And it's just so funny because we've had this conversation and it's not even relevant to Tim Pool because he's so fucking dumb. He's not even like as maliciously intelligent as people like Candace Owens or like no, he's literally just about to complain. He's literally just about to complain about COVID-19 for the next 20 minutes.
Oh, fantastic.
All right, let's let him speak. Let's hop in the pool.
Let's talk about authoritarianism.
Yeah.
What does an authoritarian government do?
So it's typically, and particularly in my claim, it's a reference to suppression of dissent, suppression of speech, control of voting, or manipulation of voting for the power, for the, let's just call it control by a particular group of politically
Let's take those
or...
claims one at a time.
Yeah.
First, on suppression of speech.
Indeed.
Just a few hours ago today,
Bro's eyes are
Trump
wide
subpoenaed
open.
reporters
He's
for
ready.
trying to report accurate information on the war in Iraq.
Wow, I did a bump before
that
this.
Can't happen.
Awful.
That's way more authoritarian.
My veins are hardening as we speak. Sorry.
No, it's... it's just so ridiculous. Like, this claim is so nothing. Because, like, I just want to go up there and be like, yeah, but the Republicans are obviously worse, and we should all be left of both of these parties. And to make that claim implies that the Republicans are better than the Democrats, and that is not true.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you have to say. It's just like, you're implying that with this. This is not true. There is an element of truth to what you're saying, but your implication is this. But you kind of got to hand it to him.
And like you could literally Uno reverse card him and be like, why would you say this to a voter? If you're a Democrat,
well, yeah,
why would you say this to a voter?
A voter would not care about that or whatever the fuck he was saying. Like,
yeah,
actually though,
yeah.
Than what we're seeing on the left here.
Well, I mean, if it's hard to quantify what is more or less authoritarian, but certainly bad when President Trump is trying to.
It's actually very easy to.
An example of Biden doing anything even comparable to that?
I can. We can start with Alex Berenson, who is currently in a lawsuit because the Biden administration personally went to social media platforms using his name to be suspended for his reporting on COVID vaccination and mandates.
Okay. At a top level, though, who's doing the majority?
That's a public safety concern of spreading COVID misinformation, if I'm not mistaken, right? Is he comparing them, Democrats going to a corporation and saying you have to stop spreading COVID misinformation, to Trump suppressing all reporters to report on his war that he started? Is that the same thing to him? Like, what do you mean?
And it's like, you literally just respond to him with, would you think it was okay for Elon Musk to go on Twitter every single day and call you a pedophile, Tim Fool? Do you think that would be okay?
You just call him Tim Fool?
Tim Fool? I did see some.
I mean, I like it.
Like that's the argument. That's the, in my mind, the response to the fetishization of free speech, where anytime anyone is said, no, actually you can't say that, Republicans scream and cry and whine like, no, why can't I spread objectively incorrect misinformation that's literally going to kill people?
And like,
that's my God-given right.
He is the culture war king. He is pro book ban. So like fucking suck it, dude.
He's pro book ban.
Yeah, like he's pro.
Does he look like he's ever read anything in his fucking life? Of course he's pro book ban. Like, look, there's no intelligence behind the beanie.
He's trying to level the playing field.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, like he is pro like LGBT books being pulled from schools. Like that is something that he will. He's just a patriot, yeah. But God forbid that a government get involved when they're spreading misinformation about a very serious thing that has big implications to public health.
Okay, here's the part you're missing. Maybe I could just make this clear for you because you guys are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Government interference when it's gay people is bad. No, it's bad. We don't want them to give them medicine. Government interference when it book, that's just patriotism. Have you thought about that in this perspective? And if you haven't, then you're wrong. And honestly, I'm gonna move the goalpost. Say something. I fucking dare you.
Say something, I dare you. I'll run away.
Say anything. I fucking dare you.
Is this relevant?
I'm practicing ducking and dodging. Yeah. Is this relevant to a voter? they're stealing ballots. Is this relevant to a voter?
That's such a.
I'm being marched into a death camp by RFK Jr. because I have autism.
To voters,
I don't know if that's relevant.
Autistic people don't vote. Well, guess what? There's 3 on the podcast right now, bitch.
Yeah, sometimes your special interest is politics.
Yeah, and it burns.
Yeah, it's not
like
good.
gonorrhea of the heart. Yeah.
Also, like, is he actually still in? Is he actually still in court? Because that's like so long ago. It's 2021. Like, I know the court system is slow, but
yeah, like that's the bigger issue. That's the case.
Yeah, the court system.
Yeah.
Majority of the actual suppression of speech here.
I don't really have good words for the Republican Party, to be honest. My
Okay. So yeah, this Berenson guy just seems to be a grifter who just successfully got money from the Trump slush fund, where he's just giving out money to random people on the insane grounds that the prior admin oppressed their speech. And he does this while literally on the White House official website they have a media villains tier list that you can report tips to. You can report your neighbors and say they oppose Trump's policies. They literally just had they have vilified the shit out of so many people just for disagreeing with the federal government.
It's free.
The hypocrisy is extremely blatant.
It's free speech for everyone who agrees with me, and no speech for everyone who disagrees with me. It's just what it is. The way the cookie crumbles. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play this again.
All right, let him rip again.
Which has done awful things, and the immediate response is, but the Republicans. And I don't like Republicans.
Here's the thing. We live in a two-party
Oh my
system.
god.
Here's the thing.
He will, dude, he grabs Republicans' penises and milks them like a cow. What are you talking about? You don't like Republicans.
But I will admit when that January 6th is bad. So, I'm a moderate.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't actually believe that, by the way. I just want everyone to know that. He doesn't believe that it's bad.
He thinks he believes that. I think. But this guy's about to say something where he's just basically, bro, we live in a two-party system, so it is relevant that one of them is, if they're both authoritarian, it's relevant that one of them is more authoritarian. I
used to watch that show when I was a kid.
What?
Arthur?
What show? Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I can't. I honestly, in my whole heart, can't take Tim Pool seriously.
Yeah.
It's really.
I mean,
it's really tough, and it's. I think for I know you haven't been around him, right, Mitchell? A lot, Yeah, so
no,
like as Naz has, like, it's if you've been around, he's like if you've been around him enough, he's a fucking joke. If you ever seen the clip of him and Emma, and he's like, "I'm gonna get sushi with my boys. You want to get sushi with my boys after?" Dude, what the fuck? This person is nothing, dude. He gets like 10K views a video. Why did they Jubilee even get him on here? Let him go to the skate park so he can talk to his 16-year-old friends that think he's cool.
But they don't even think he's cool. He got kicked out of his local skate park.
Dude.
That controversy is so funny and so embarrassing.
Yeah, honestly, I'd kill myself if that ever happened to me.
Like, they were literally like, bro, you can't hang. And then he bought the skate park and was like, you can't tell me I can't hang because I own it.
That is the small penis. That's why he has to get on here and debate people. Again, his ego can't be soothed by anything else. He's not good at anything. He's not funny. He has no personality. He's ugly as fuck. So the only thing he can do is get on here and be like, I don't know, for the 5 people that still like him. Yeah. You're done. You're pathetic.
And I think that the most infuriating thing is that he like has these random polls where like he like knows the name of like this one, or he like knows about this one specific instance, because this is something that both in Emma Vigeland and Sam Cedars debates with him, they did a really good job of being like, yeah, we can argue about this stuff, but all you really care about is the drama because you want clicks, and you don't actually talk about real impactful things. Well, he just talks about the fluff, and then he knows this one story where you could be like, exactly, did something bad in this one circumstance.
I was gonna bring it up. When he said that random person's name, it's like, who even is that?
Who cares?
You're just saying, yeah, like that's.
It's
what?
It's clearly yeah.
Yeah, like he doesn't know the FBI director under Trump's first term's name, but he knows this random grifter number 7,000 who just got a payout.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it was someone different that they was in the.
I don't know either, but look, we're on the podcast. I don't say I know everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't. But like the thing is that when you're arguing from the left, you have logic on your side, and you have like the truth on your side and facts to back you up. So you don't need to know every one-off little anecdote, because the entire like the system speaks for itself. There's a million examples that back up your point, whereas they have singular niche ones that they've either is a one-off or they've manipulated or they're just lying.
It's also like, you know, I don't know what his third claim is yet, but again, to dunk on him calling himself a moderate, like, are all 3 of his claims going to be against the left end of the Democratic Party? Like, how very moderate of him.
I think you're not ready for what one of the claims is. It's so funny.
Okay,
let's finish.
Are you bald under that beanie?
My claim is I'm not bald under the beanie.
So everyone knows you're bald under that fucking beanie.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna play it.
Of like, oh, well, the Democrats are bad, but and the Republicans, they might be worse, but the Democrats are still bad. But the option is between Democrats or Republicans.
Yes.
So if Republicans are worse, it doesn't really matter if Democrats are slightly bad.
I think Democrats are worse.
We don't love Democrats.
See, that's crazy.
We feel that Republicans are way worse when they institute these far more authoritarian policies.
It's hard to quantify more.
The
question is, does it suppress speech?
But you understand? You just use the word quantify. So now he's a fucking.
Let me
genius.
reach into the box. It's hard to quantify if that's relevant for voters. He's so stupid.
Like,
these dudes play caveman Scrabble and their fucking viewers eat it up.
He's running on mediocre, stupid political talking head scripting from like 2016, and it was bad software then, but like he's still using it. It's so old and outdated. He's like hasn't grown at all in like 10 years. Oh my god.
And when you're talking about the media suppression stuff, like Trump made his entire first campaign about how like you shouldn't trust the media, like fake news. Like, are we forgetting that? And then the poll for even just the establishment Dems is just like, one time they removed some guy who was lying about things that affect public safety.
And also, like, insane suppression. One time they blocked a guy on Twitter. I guess that's not entirely accurate. It's not like the White House account blocked him, but like they banned his Twitter account. Fuck off.
They took away Tim Pool's. If they banned Tim Pool, that's his third space gone. Okay, there's no skate park. There's no Twitter. What's left, bro?
Yeah, the kids bullied him out of his own skate park.
Yeah,
he's just mad because he isn't rich enough to buy Twitter.
No, dude. Oh, that's why he's trying to fondle Elon.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they're the same guy.
Yeah, it's just
they're
Elon,
the exact same guy.
If Tim Pool's dad had an emerald mine, ooh boy.
But he's rich. Also, he's just not that rich.
Oh yeah, well,
he'd have been able to afford hair plugs.
I think he can.
I think he can.
I wonder if they didn't take.
That's so fucking funny if they didn't take. Oh, that's like poetic.
Because it happens. Yeah. If it sometimes it just falls out again, and I wonder if he kept the beanie on and then it just never took.
You should probably get some in his beard too.
It's
ugly ass.
It's yeah. It's not a. It's not
you can't say that though because his facial hair grows exactly like mine.
Okay, I can't say that because it doesn't grow like mine.
It's also
at least you don't grow it out and pretend that it looks good.
Yes, that's the difference.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
There's nothing wrong with balding. It's funny, but
no, it's funny when you're gross.
It's funny, but the funniest part is that he's clearly so insecure about it that he's made
exactly
the toque a part of his personality, his entire brand. He's so insecure about showing his head that he has to. He's in California right now. Wearing a toque.
Dude, it was 91. It was 91 Fahrenheit today. I was gonna do an errand, and I walked back inside. I'm not doing it.
It's too hot. And then imagine if you just had to be wearing a hat like that. I have a weird question.
Fuck no.
I don't have a lot of American friends. Is toque a normal word in your vocabulary? No. Okay.
I say beanie.
Beanie.
Call everything a fucking beanie. I think it's getting more recognized because rappers say it a lot more. So I think people are saying toque.
The Drake effect?
I feel like I hear Future say it.
That's very interesting. Anyways, but I just was like, wait, I feel like nobody's been calling it a toque, but I can't remember what else. I feel like I have the most Canadian accent in the world when I say it. A toque.
Is it funny that I feel so much more secondhand? I feel so much more secondhand embarrassment for him knowing that in his culture it's called a beanie. That sounds like the child word. Like toque sounds like a normal adult word because we had to normalize it because it's cold up here.
Yeah.
But y'all call it a beanie down there, and he looked at the beanie and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna put that shit on my head."
I think you're just racist, bro.
Yeah, just anti-American.
I might be racist against Americans.
Let's go again. Let's do it.
Let's see how far we make it.
We want to do a quantification here. Let's look at ICE. 3 American citizens have been killed by ICE. That's way more than the number of American citizens killed by immigration enforcement under, say, Obama.
But it's way less than the amount of American citizens killed by Barack Obama.
No,
it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
I don't even know what he's referencing.
What are you referencing?
One of the biggest.
What is he even sort of talking
I don't want to be
about?
disrespectful, but let me make something up. And it's just so funny because I low key sounds like he's putting it like he's saying Obama walked down Fifth Avenue and shot more people.
Well, because is he talking about military
the Republican
people?
Party?
Because that's the thing, right? Is that they have some line where it's Obama killed 13 U.S. soldiers, in some context, or Biden.
In Benghazi, they're talking about Clinton.
Yeah,
Clinton killed him in Benghazi,
and it's so deliriously unserious. It's so unbelievably unserious because the exact same worse will be happening right now in the Iran war, and it's awesome because it's under a Republican administration.
Yeah,
conservatives have no ethics. This is one of those points from him that just makes me fall asleep.
It's just yeah, dude, I don't agree with all the military operations that the U.S. is that's not the Democrats that we want, and the Republicans are way worse perpetrators of it. But fuck the establishment Dems. You're right.
issues to me is the extrajudicial assassination of Abdurrahman al-Awlaki by the Obama administration. And this is
Look,
what
I just said a name. I just said a name.
When I was very anti-war, very lefty, still anti-war, and voted for Barack Obama, and then he murdered
Are you in favor of the war in Iran?
Absolutely not. And Barack Obama killed a 16-year-old American citizen who was at a civilian restaurant in Yemen.
We can play
These are
this
all
game.
bad
we can be
things.
like, oh, well, both parties
was
are pretty bad.
Obama doing
but,
in
we
Yemen?
have to, when they go to the ballot office, when I go to the ballot office as a voter, I have to actually put in a vote. I have to decide Democrat.
Oh my God,
or
he did the
Republican, or
thing.
throw my vote away
He said
and
this
vote for
isn't
some
relevant to the
third
voter.
party.
Wait till he flipped it.
If I'm picking between those, and there's one candidate who just brought us into a war in Iran, is causing this massive conflict, tons of human suffering, that's foreign. That's foreign policy. Domestically, we see ICE attacks on American citizens. We see 56 people dying in ICE detention camps in just a singular year. You compare that to under Obama, the deporter-in-chief. Across 8 years, 52 people died. Way, way, way fewer. What we're seeing is dangerous conditions domestically. Way
The
more people are dying.
deporter-in-chief
Right?
was
We
crazy.
have a lot of this qualitative discussion. You bring up a lot of anecdotes, but if you actually quantify the number of deaths that are occurring through these authoritarian mechanisms, it's very, very
See, but
clear.
it's hard to
that when I
quantify.
vote,
He
I'm
doesn't
really
get
hard
it.
to
lesser of two
quantify.
evils and
Let's
voting
talk.
Democrat.
Let's
It's hard to
talk about the
quantify.
Quantify
is authoritarianism.
means what again? Him.
I'm just always doing 3D chess. Okay.
He's doing 3D.
I'm
He's
just
doing
always
3Ds,
quantifying.
all right. If you know what I'm saying.
I don't.
Dicks
Oh, who? Trump, Musk, and what's the last
and
one?
Putin.
Oh, how did I forget that?
Putting
We'll
these
go
balls
with,
in his
What's his
mouth.
favorite?
And you brought up Donald Trump subpoenaing these journalists, so we'll get broad on this one. In 2016, Gizmodo published an article that Facebook had been suppressing news and information from
I'm
conservative
gonna ignore
outlets.
everything you're saying and just talk about a little, some media suppression. I'm gonna ignore all the facts you just told me about how the Republicans are worse domestically and are worse internationally, foreign policy, and then I'm just gonna talk about conservative media outlets, and that's it. That's
You're
my
watching
counter.
a genius at work.
I actually didn't like the point you said, so I'm not gonna answer it.
This is Gizmodo. They're a progressive outlet. In fact, I worked for the company that owned them, and I was a Bernie supporter in 2016. And so agreeing with this report and knowing the reporters behind it, I reported
He
this.
voted for Trump.
NBC News.
He voted for Bernie in the primary, and then he voted for Trump.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of these major institutions then claimed I was a right-wing conspiracy theorist.
Here's the thing.
Well, let me finish. For claiming that these things
Here's the
happened, and
thing.
they reported on. Then what we learned is that
This guy is literally sorry, I know I keep on. He's just 56 people have died in detention. 3 American citizens have died because of ICE and because of the absolutely insane authoritarian bullshit that the Republicans are pulling right now. And he's like, they called me a right-wing extremist online. They called me weird names. He's just crying about a personal grievance, about feeling like he's being censored.
Well, again, it's the law. What I was saying earlier, they confuse their emotions and think it's logical because that's what they like.
This is
They
you need
Because
to
they're right. They're the main character, so they're logical.
You need to gentle parent him to be like, it's okay to have feelings, Tim, but we can't take it out on other people. Those are. Literally.
It's
okay
also
to feel
just
your
like
emotions.
It's not want to eat them.
honestly, we can probably skip the rest of this conversation with this guy. I'm kind of over it, but I feel like I need to point out that he brought up ICE deaths and deaths of real living human beings. And then Tim Pool decided it was really important to pivot to Gizmodo writing an article in 2016, a whole ass decade ago, about how allegedly Facebook was suppressing conservative articles. The stakes are quintessentially lower and objectively barely. You would have to make the argument to me how this is the first domino of Democrats embracing authoritarianism and running death camps today. Oh, right. It's Republicans running the death camps today.
That's crazy. That's not just the point I
the
made.
guy put it. Is it? You can just cut everything I just said then.
It's not actually. You expanded on it, but you did repeat the part that I said. I didn't say it. You said war. Sorry, I took the wind out of your sails. I was just
I felt like you took it in another. I felt like you took it in a different direction than what I wanted to take it in.
Okay, sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
I just made the point about the stakes
Fuck
of
them.
like saying like what they're actually killing people, and he's complaining about a little small grievance.
Yeah, I guess in my mind you were talking about it from the perspective of him having a personal grievance about it.
Fair enough.
You said,
But like
you
just,
said
just stakes
he
on
like.
Sorry. It's a great point.
Oh, cut it
I
out.
actually agree with it.
Just cut all of it. Just cut all of it.
There we go.
What?
Okay, there we go.
Are you good? You back?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to this point 3 because this is a great one.
Back.
You miss me? So,
you're my
listen, I
favorite.
think
wait,
that we are
we're
getting
not-
closer towards.
My next surrounded claim is that the United States is tracking towards a civil war.
If you'd like to be the first debater, please head to the chair in 3.
This is something he just like loves to say. He read an article once in like 2019, and he just like has been claiming that a civil war is coming for like 7 years.
Yeah, it's been his main point
It's like
for a long, one of his talking
one
points
of his
forever.
talking points. Yeah.
Which is that's such a like fork found in kitchen take because it's like I mean yeah in a lot of ways you're probably not wrong.
But like a civil war,
In fact,
or like
tensions are increasing.
Yeah,
But
like
it's like I don't know. It's like claiming a hurricane's going to hit the United States in the next 10 years.
but also
It's like I mean, yeah, probably.
civil war has a big implication. Like if you said revolution or class war or like a rise up of the working class or like, you know, is violence if X thing doesn't happen, like that would make sense. But like a civil war, really? Like that's just a clickbait title.
Which I guess yeah, I mean it is very clickbaity because it's literally just calling back to the Civil War that America did. And so like I guess if I was to take the claim seriously for a moment, because you know I gotta do it for my boy Tim. I love him.
You gotta
It's
give
like-
it to him a little bit.
You gotta give it to him. He's claiming that specifically state governments will attempt to secede from the United States and there will be a war over it.
And I don't think that's
Because
gonna
everyone knows
happen.
that's what the Civil War was about. There was nothing else it was about. It was
No.
about state rights.
It was about money.
I think when you put it like that, he does sound really stupid because it's just like I don't know, man. Have you like the strongest Democratic governors and champions of the Democratic Party have still just rolled over and done next to nothing in the face of like infinite ICE violence?
Mm-hmm.
True.
Because they subscribe to infinite surrender. The who is it? Neville Chamberlain,
And you should
Peace in Our
subscribe to the
Time.
basement leftists.
Hit those 3 freaky buttons below. 3? Is there 3 of
No,
them?
that's for the notification.
Okay, it's for the notifications.
Okay,
I
take
for a
it
second
again,
I
take
thought
it
I
again.
just told them to like and
Like,
dislike the
dislike.
video.
In this order, like,
Subscribe, like, and dislike.
yeah,
To be fair, it doesn't even matter. It's all engagement to YouTube.
yeah.
Wait, like, comment, and subscribe.
Can you guys
That's what
just
you're
love us,
supposed to do.
Please, we just love guys. We'll wear beanies.
I think anyone who's made it this far in the video does love us. Hi, Lucas.
That's what I was gonna say. Lucas. Okay, let's do it. Let's find out about the Civil War. That's definitely gonna happen.
2, 1.
Okay. Oh my god, I've never seen that many people get up.
You miss me? So, listen, I think that we are getting closer towards
That's not the name, right?
a peak of civil unrest in this country. And in all honesty, I'm going to blame people like you. This entire time, you've been trying to blur the line that separates you and a person like me. and everybody in the
press his
circle.
ass.
The truth is, you don't agree. On your show, you have 5 white supremacists around you and 1 liberal lawyer talking about why we should protect the Constitution. On Twitter, you're mentioning the Civil War and why we need to have a civil war
I've never said we
24/7.
need to have a civil
No,
war.
well, you've said civil war numerous times.
slates of screenshots over the last 4 years alone.
Saying
That's,
that
I'm not
there
done.
will
talking
be
about shooting
one
ivermectin
is
up your
very-
ass.
I'm never advocating.
I've never advocated for it. I
There
just
will be one.
and then I just have white supremacists on my show and platform them.
Man, you know what? If I had a personality like him, I'd do this shit too, man. I can't fucking blame him. I was just a fucking loser. Holy shit, dude.
He looks like he's puckering up for
I
a
guess we do have a show, so I guess we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we.
For ivermectin.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have literally
Stop
no
talking.
idea what you're
Stop
talking about.
talking.
You've
I
not
do.
been
I do.
advocating
Yeah,
for
we do
it.
what you're talking about.
I've never advocated for
I used to.
ivermectin, not once.
Hacking.
In
Stop
fact,
talking, you're gonna waste the
I've
time.
never used it. I never used I said no.
Oh, I love it.
I'm gonna get to the
So
point.
if you
This guy's
wanna
hot
make
at it.
things
You just
up,
need
then
hot.
make
You're
things
like,
up.
I like
If
that.
I just waste time, then we can waste time. But if you have an
You're
actual
wasting time
argument,
right now.
The smug face,
so
I was
if you
like,
disagree
okay,
with me on the
okay,
issue, but you don't
typically-
like me, then we can agree and you can
No, I
leave.
think you're responsible. I think
That's
you're
fine.
responsible.
You can get up
An
and leave
individual
then.
like you're mad.
If you
Yeah, you
agree-
just don't want to finish. You know where I'm
if
going to
you
go with
agree-
this.
Do you agree?
You
so
Oh my
mistrust your
God.
own blame me.
This is hard to listen to.
Mad, bro.
He's up here to rage bait him.
All you want, and then we can agree and you can leave.
You just want to run away from the
Are
conversation?
you here to dispute my claim or agree with it?
I think you're responsible.
That's fantastic. Thank you, and have a nice
Oh,
day.
you don't want to hear why you're responsible?
It doesn't matter because you're here to dispute my claims, right? Not
It
agree
doesn't
with
matter.
me?
You don't. All of a sudden, you want to stick to the definition of your claims when it comes to just about everything.
Are you
Everything
supposed
else
to
you want
agree with me and
you
sit
want
here
to.
and agree
You're not
with
going
me?
to stop talking, are you?
Are you going to sit here and agree
Ready
with
to
me?
control
Yeah, he's
yourself?
correct.
Also, he didn't
The
say
other
a
claims
civil
he
war.
stuck to.
He also didn't say a civil war is happening. He said, I agree that there is the most civil unrest that there's ever been. And then said, and you're responsible. He didn't agree. He should just be like, no, I didn't say it. He should be the annoying debater and go, no, I didn't actually say that.
Yeah.
You should.
This is such a little, like,
Like,
tantrum,
listen-
though.
Yeah, listening to him talk is just like it's such sports guy takes off
I'm pitching a
headset
10.
meme.
From the other
Oh,
guy,
okay.
not
That's-
Tim.
Yeah, yeah, I do like him. There was a reason he blew up there, beat all those other people.
Yeah, 'cause he's about to fucking press his motherfucking ass.
So,
You're sitting
calm
here and
down.
agree with me?
Calm down.
You come down.
I
you
don't
sit
agree.
down,
I disagree with you on
shake hands,
everything.
You make fake claims.
Of course I do.
I've
If
never
anybody's
advocated-
doing something that
never
they don't actually
never
believe in, it's
advocated
you,
for
'cause you're getting paid by
In
other
fact,
countries.
I argued
You're
with
an
Joe
asset
Rogan
for a
on
foreign
his
adversary.
show. I advocated on Joe Rogan.
Oh my god!
David, please address the claim.
I think America is getting
shut
closer to
up!
civil war, and it's all because of people like Tim Pool.
Thank you for agreeing with me. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you're a coward, bro.
Well, if you don't agree with me, I don't know why you're here. Also, I would
If you
recommend
don't
doing
agree-
research before you apply.
Wait,
come to a
what?
place
Why
like
is he
this.
keep saying
If
that?
you'd like to be the next debater, please head to the chair.
They don't tell them who they're debating.
I'd recommend you do research.
So-
Well, I don't.
Also, I'd recommend you do research. Also, like, it's so pathetic how he like is like searching for whatever he thinks the sexiest last word will be, but as a result, he gets no
Ew.
clip because like he's never gonna sound good.
Do some research.
Yeah, you don't do some
In
research.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back.
Damn.
Yo,
Good to see you again.
Great to see you again.
Yeah.
First time we talked about this was in 2019, so it's been quite a
Great.
while since
Before
we're
that,
calling for civil war.
I've
This
never
guy
called
knows
for civil war.
ball.
Or not calling for, I'm sorry, said that we're on the
Important
brink
distinction.
of civil war.
And what was the citation?
Important
on that
distinction.
one I said?
I really.
I would love you to
It was
tell
The
me.
Atlantic.
man.
Okay.
And it was a journalist who interviewed several national security experts who said that there is a range of opinions in the national security space that the U.S. is trending towards a civil war. Notably, that when you cite people like Stephen Marsh, journalist, as well as Barbara F. Walter, former
Journalist.
CIA, the U.S. Academics describe the period that we're in as civil strife, meaning there's a criteria of death that has occurred for political reasons over the past year or years, for which the next phase would be civil war. However, tracking towards it, I've not said that
However.
it will happen. Although there have been many people who have said that we are in a cold civil war or some kind of cultural civil war, I always caveat because I don't actually have a
That
strong
exactly,
prediction.
First of all, you do have a strong prediction if you've been saying this since 2019. There's
Well,
42.
reading articles about
People
it,
can
sure.
look this up.
The claim is
can you pause
literally
it?
the U.S. is tracking towards a civil war. How is that not something you are claiming is going to happen?
Oh my god! Clearly, your brains are fucking
Yeah.
small.
I'm so stupid,
And,
man.
like-
I don't get it.
oh my god, he's looking right at us. Holy shit! You paused. He's
Oh my
looking right at
god!
us.
Okay,
Kinda
that's kind of
unsettling.
scary. I don't
He's
like
breaking
that.
the fourth wall.
It's kind of creepy. But I just like don't understand. Well, I guess I don't understand why he's like walking it back in this ways, but saying like, oh, maybe we're in a cold civil war or a cultural civil war. It's just like that's just a way of saying people disagree about things in a way that's clickbaity.
Yeah, and like there is civil unrest, and there's a way to talk about that, right? Like it's just so weird. He just loves saying civil war. Like, I don't know. Maybe he watched Avengers.
I was gonna say maybe he's a Marvel fan.
He seems like it.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
the energy he brings.
Well, and Thanos did the right thing.
Oh my god, Thanos had a point. Yeah, and then for the power, why didn't he just double the resources?
True.
And also his solution didn't solve anything because presumably the populations would just rebuild.
Yeah, but I like
his solution
violence.
Was the literal definition of a band-aid.
Every 200
it pisses
years
me
you
off
have to
so
snap.
much that people he has a deep voice and is very white man coded, so people assume he knows what he's talking about, but he literally had like an 8-year-old toddler solution to a problem.
Well, because also the solution is everybody, right? Like that's the actual solution. If you're like, if you're really convinced that you need like environmental prosperity for that, you kill everybody, right? Like that's a way better solution. Like obviously that's like cruel. I'm not advocating for that, but like it's also a less cruel thing. There's no one left to miss anybody, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just it's an insane premise. But yeah, you're right, he has infinite power. He could just be like, oh, you know, there's no carbon emissions anymore, and people have double the resources, and we have triple the fresh water. We have infinite fresh water. Actually, glaciers are they respawn.
But I want an Aura farm.
Yeah.
Anyways,
how would there be a movie if
does it say something? Does it say something about this claim that we've spent half of this time talking about Thanos?
Yeah, it's stupid as fuck.
Dude, is there like if you guys have more to say about this claim, we can keep watching.
I have more to say
about
Thanos.
I personally,
we should finish.
No, I bet his claim.
I think we should finish this guy.
Okay.
Just this guy.
Okay. No, if you have a reason to for that, okay. I do like him. I like Mason.
Titles that have the word Civil War in it with big fonts on the front.
They sure do.
So why is that? It's sensationalist. It's easy to get clicks
I sure
on.
do.
There's a reason why you say it, because it's very profitable for your business.
Not necessarily. But we have 1,600 episodes of just IRL.
There comes a point where people stop taking your predictions seriously.
Are you going to make an
argument?
I'm not mad at you.
Okay, then let's make an argument about whether or not
so mad.
No. If you're making an argument you don't like my thumbnails, or you say my name over and over again.
I'm saying that you say bullshit in order to get money. But what I really think is
let me ask you a
the
question.
predictions.
Let me ask you a question you can't
answer. I will
answer.
agree with you that there's increased polarization. I would attribute a lot of that to people being specifically online.
Let me ask.
There's a lot less interaction with people that are in different camps.
I like that he's not letting him talk.
Yeah, he's just
like,
talking
honestly,
over
you shouldn't. And you shouldn't let him
but
talk.
They're not
he's
letting
say some stupid shit.
But Tim's not letting him talk either, which is just so annoying.
Yeah.
Like he's just trying to actually respond to the claim. He's like, respond to the claim. Respond to the claim.
And again, it's just the claim is boring, dude. Like you functionally just said, yeah, there's some like I'm honestly impressed that these guys can even go up there and engage with him about it, because I just wouldn't even know what to say. It's like it's not a particular, like it's polarizing. I mean, it's polarizing in the sense that, like, as we've discussed, like from the definition of civil war, he's managed to be incorrect, but you get the sense that he's just kind of claiming that people are arguing more and more violently.
True.
And
let's talk about this.
Put it in a way that makes him sound something.
And he's adds fodder to that. Like, and that's the thing. Instead of like, and that's why you know he's an unserious person and an unserious political commentator. That's in quotes. Because instead of talking about that and being like, okay, like we've literally talked about this, being like, yeah, like violence is gonna break out unless something changes because people are so pushed against the wall. Like they have nothing. They have nothing to look forward to. Their lives are just getting worse and worse. Wealth disparity is getting worse and worse. And that's going to lead to acts of violence unless something changes, unless people are going to get something back from the system. And then we talk about how the system can change to help people and to make that not happen. We talk about how solutions like what Bernie puts forward fixes stuff like that. All he does is sensationalize this and then platform white supremacists and add more to the civil, like, unrest, if you will.
Yeah, because it's so annoying that he's like he continues to take offense to them engaging with the topic in the way that, like, you just have to, because there's nothing you've put forth. You're so fucking stupid. You've put forth such a boring and uninteresting claim that, like, what else are they supposed to do? You ran out of ideas to be divisive after the first two. Like, yeah, they're going to engage with how you interact with this topic, how you engage with civil war. And all he's been able to say for the past, like, 2 minutes to both of these people is engage with the topic. Do you agree with me or not?
Yeah.
And it's like, if they did that, then there would be nothing to talk about. Like, honestly, I'm surprised Jubilee didn't step in and say, like, what even is this claim? Like, this is gonna make for really boring content.
They probably thought it was a hot topic because it says civil war in it, and the movie sold really well.
I guess it's interesting to me that. Sorry, does someone else want to say something? No. I've hit my limit on how much. No. I want to talk. Okay, but if no one else has anything, then I will continue and say it's interesting to me that, like, I just don't even perceive it. Like, I see on paper why it's inflammatory, and I just don't see it as inflammatory because we're, like, so past the point of political violence being so infinitely inflicted on people. Like, a lot of the fascists, like, calling cards are already here. People are already being put in prison for 50 years for knowing someone who participated in a protest against an ICE facility, for moving signs. Like, the concentration camps have been built. They're already there. So like even just, like, being inflammatory about civil, like, it just doesn't even, like, feel as inflammatory to me to say that in the big 2026.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I know that that's, like, not true. Like, I feel that feels like a very, like, disconnected Canadian perspective, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you're just a stupid Canuck.
Like, it's something. It would feel more inflammatory in, like, 2016 to say that. You know,
you're stupid because you're Canadian, Mitchell. I think you're stupid just because you're stupid.
Fair.
I'm just kidding.
Thank you. But how is that relevant to a voter?
This is legit the new counting or not counting gang violence.
Really?
For us.
Oh my god, it is.
It is.
You're gonna sit here and tell me that we're way more polarized than fucking Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, who, like, shot each other with their disagreements? You're gonna tell me that Andrew Jackson, who's the sitting president,
do you want to have a conversation, or are you just going to be angry?
Polarization?
Why was Aaron Danielson shot in the chest twice?
Sorry?
Why was Aaron
Bro, it's your whole
Danielson
brand.
It's the same guy he brought up. It's the same guy he brought up in the first claim.
Political violence
Answer
taking
the
place
question. You say Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, but then when I ask you a question about an assassination,
you didn't answer his.
And you didn't answer his question. Like, I really do appreciate how many people are just throwing the disrespectful way he talks right back in his face.
It's
like, they're just giving him the same disrespect that he offers. Because, like, you know, like, when people did that to, like, Ro Khanna, it felt bad because Ro Khanna was trying so hard to be generous. But, like, there's no generosity here.
Earnest. Like,
he's just here to clip farm.
Literally.
You defer.
Where you can say that
Let me
there's
ask you a
civil
question.
war every fucking year and it doesn't happen. And
I
you're gonna
never
say,
said
it just
there
hasn't
was.
happened.
Let me ask you a question. It's just, like, a number one statement.
As, like, the Christian rapture people who say that the rapture's coming every fucking year, and when it doesn't happen,
do you want a soapbox? Do you want me to get you a soapbox?
It's really
easy.
It's really easy to, like, do what you do.
It's
really easy to do what you do. Like, you literally just say,
Civil
War is happening next year. Civil War's happening next year. It's coming. Make sure you subscribe to
He put the beanie on.
He did.
He put the beanie on.
He's beanie maxing.
Does he think it's tough? Does he think just leaving is tough? Like,
it's
okay. I'm challenging your claim. I'm challenging your claim, Nads, that he didn't know who he was debating. He brought a beanie. He had it.
So I prepared for this episode. So I saw this guy on the Majority Report yesterday or today. I can't remember.
Okay.
And basically, he said they told them that it was a Republican who considers themselves a moderate, and he went through being like, oh, okay, there's only a couple people that could be, and he was like, well, there's a good chance it's Tim Pool, so he brought a beanie to do this bit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What fucking goated.
He's so goated. And to just
also-
save it until he leaves the table is so amazing. To just
his
do
fucking
a...
head.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
And Jubilee airing it and
No,
showing it
that's
is pretty funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean
that's content, right?
Jubilee saying that, Jubilee describing him as a Republican who thinks he's a moderate means that like they knew what they were doing with that title, I think.
Yeah. Exactly.
No.
Like they were just probably like, oh, a Republican voter that says they're insane.
Yeah.
But Tim Pool
Yeah,
is trying to pretend that like this is like an aura like thing for him to do, to walk away during the debate. Because like, also wait for it.
Watch my videos, please. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. It's easy to do what you do, bro.
He comes back!
He comes back?
He just comes back! I'm like, how is that a power move? You were literally running away. He's a little rat.
No, dude. You guys don't get it. That was a fucking alpha move.
Doing that in front of this woman.
My timbers are shivered. Oh, I know, right?
That is
Also,
so embarrassing.
I feel it feels bad. I feel bad for the hosts who clearly are like directed to have to hold this exact facial expression for the entire recording. Like,
oh, you know
that
who
looks
she looks
miserable.
like? She looks like the
Nicki
villain.
Minaj.
She's not a villain.
True.
The
She looks like beautiful, my queen. Sorry.
the one who like seduces Mr. Incredible.
Oh
my god, she
shit.
does.
And
It's
he looks
crazy.
exactly like her. Anyways,
Oh my
Mirage.
god. But hotter.
she could convince me to be a superhero.
I might have to be a
Mhm.
villain.
Jesus, yeah. So
I get
that's
it.
so
Okay,
funny.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, him having the hat ready and like with the confidence that he could like rage bait him into leaving, I guess, or maybe he planned to just put it on in front of
the
him at one
end,
point.
yeah. It's so
Yeah.
funny. I didn't realize he waited till the very end to put it on. It's so funny.
Yeah. So, is there another claim, or I do kind of want to see what the Fallout Boy after that is, but
Like what happens
is
after
there another?
this.
There is a claim for.
It's
I
guest
would just keep playing.
claims. You want to play it for a bit?
No, sorry, I meant just keep playing, and like I'm curious what happens.
Nobody's actually had a debate yet. Are we going to actually talk
my
about
God.
whether it will or will not happen? I mean, sounds like it's gonna.
Oh my god. Dude, he sounds like Jaden Smith. Are we going to debate the political and economic state of the world right now?
3, 2,
Shut the fuck up.
Welcome.
Just pause.
Nice to meet you. Hey.
Pause. Sorry, but very quick. It's so telling again that no one's even getting up because like, what is there even to say about this man? It's a really boring claim that you brought.
I don't know. Anyone who watches this and thinks that he did well, like honestly, you need to get fucking psych evaluated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I don't even know how his editors are going to edit this to make him look cool, especially with how on him they have
I
been.
could easily
Like
walk off
every
and
single
put
person
alpha
we've seen
music.
so far.
I think he just. Yeah, they'll do that. You're right.
That was alpha music.
That was alpha music. Can you edit that when we start the pod and when I talk?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, please just add that in so everyone knows I'm
Yeah.
I'm the alpha. But I think he's so stupid. He'd just play the clip and he would just be like, "Yeah, I mogged."
Oh, he would say some shit like that. It made me mad.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, well, I mean, he
expertly,
would just,
'cause
like,
that's
do
what
the
he
thing.
did. He went on Crowder and was like, "Yeah, this guy was just farming a clip off me, so I farmed a clip for myself by walking away."
Yeah.
Literally, you said that.
So Aura.
Bro said, "I'm not retreating. I'm advancing in the other direction."
God
Yeah.
damn, that is pathetic as fuck.
Yeah, he really thinks he ate with that.
He ain't left no.
Bro vomited all over the table.
God.
Okay, let's see if anyone else has
I
something.
think we are being constantly fueled by the people that are already in charge, that are up on top, that are already wealthy, and that already have power over the entire government. Donald Trump has 8 billionaires in his administration, including himself. You see his sons profiting, you see his friends profiting, you see everyone in close ties with him profiting.
You're gonna bring up Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden incoming.
I don't think we're on the verge of a civil war. I think we're due for a revolution. Well, and I hope that's peaceful. I hope that's not violent. I hope we change.
This is fantastic. No, I appreciate this. Can I ask you some questions?
Yeah.
Do you believe that Donald, and I'm not trying to accuse you of believing this, but do you think that Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do.
Do you think that there are Nazis in his administration?
In his administration? Few. Yeah.
Do you think that I mean, how do you feel about them using the military to go after undocumented migrants in this country?
It's my boat.
My boot.
I don't like
where
anything.
is he going with this?
Yeah.
Think
this is the first time I've ever been intrigued, just because I don't know where he's going with this.
He's playing 5-2 chess.
Violent criminals that have come into this country illegally that should be the sole focus when 70% of detainees in ICE custody do not have a criminal conviction.
How do you
We're wasting resources and trying to use a show of militaristic power, which is a huge proponent of fascism.
How do you feel about the death of Renee Good and Alex Preddy?
Unjustified.
Are you going to do anything about it?
Where is he going with this?
I'm going to rally everyone here.
Is rallying going to stop?
I'm going to kill you now.
Is rallying going to stop the killing?
Is rallying going to stop the
followers on my Instagram post by reposting.
Like, what is his point?
What is he trying to say? You should do nothing to stop murder?
Yeah, protests don't work.
Like.
That's what he's saying.
Just do nothing, bro.
Just do nothing, bro.
He's saying you got to go block a street. He's always been supportive of people blocking streets.
Is that actually what he's saying?
But like, or is he trying to be like,
I
see,
don't know.
yeah,
He
you're
still hasn't
fired
made a
up,
point.
or you're fired up. You want civil war.
I think we're all assuming there was a plan here, and there wasn't. And I think he just kept asking questions because he's still very frazzled after the last one.
Stop the killing of people.
What I'm doing here now is trying to show people that they need to speak up, that we're not against each other, right and left.
Do you believe speaking up will stop ICE from killing people?
I think speaking up will get us to the right process of voting people in the midterms and in the next election so that we can make changes the constitutional way.
How many people do you think will
What
die
does this have to
now?
do with this?
There's already been too many people that have died.
So
So is he for protests, violent left protests then?
It feels like it's just crazy how like if I eject everything I know about him from my thoughts, that's what I would assume the point he was trying to make.
This one
like he's
like, we need a revolution.
He sounds like a guy in Hassan's chat. He sounds like a guy in Hassan's chat calling him a capitalist cuck.
What a loser!
Cut that, yeah.
Like, hello.
Yeah, you do gotta cut that. He's just like, where was any of that going? Like he's just genuinely dumb.
Like let's see what
he's just genuinely not built for this.
I don't know if it's
so. Wait, are you trying to incite a civil war?
No.
Do you want a civil war?
I'm asking
so
you if you actually believe.
What do you want to do against ICE?
I like ICE.
And you're happy that they're killing people?
No.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
I thought it was your boot, bro.
He's the one that's allowing ICE to kill people.
To be fair, I'll vote for JD Vance.
As I just said, he's the one not taking accountability.
I think there's a distinction here.
There was literally
the claim
no point.
is meant to be nonpartisan, but I have, of course, my partisan views.
Of course.
I like the Trump administration, though they've done a lot of bad things.
And that's fine.
And we can call it those bad things, but I'm going to continue to support it. My point largely is either the progressives will stand up against what they perceive as fascism, or fascism takes over.
Which they are
now,
doing.
By all means,
we just had the largest protest.
What is that? That's not the same point. That's not what a civil war is. What are you talking about?
And also, he just completely, he literally just walked into a trap he set himself, where the guy point blank asks him, "Is Trump killing people good?" After he just said he supports Trump, and he just answered it. Bro, that's when you're supposed to duck and roll. You're not even good at being a rat, bro. You're supposed to be like, but Hunter Biden.
He lost it.
Him pulling
He
good
just
in the same
literally-
sentence is never.
I think he got beanie
He's
mobbed
literally
and
just
he,
like, yeah.
he forgot he like lost his normal like self-preservation.
Yeah, he should
grift out.
have. Yeah, he should have been like, "How is that relevant to voters?" Yeah, like he's just a genuinely really bad grifter. Just a
I think-
shit
Well, he's
grifter.
dumb. He's just dumb. He's a dumb person. He's a dumb human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think there's a lot of that we're not thinking. Like he is legit fucking stupid.
I think that we should call it here.
Well, I mean, what's the fourth claim?
The fourth claim is somebody else's claim, I think. It's guest claim.
Okay.
Like, I think
We
they
can't
let
call
the
it
people
here.
come up and say something. But,
Yo, my goat Luke.
wait, that's
That is a
based.
based claim.
I don't know. I think I'm reaching my end. I think Diego's reached his end.
Okay, that's
I know, I'm
fine.
getting cranky. I'm like, I just I want this fucker to be gone.
That
Yeah.
was just such a stupid one to end on. Like,
Yeah, that hurt.
It's,
It was-
it's crazy.
and also, he's ignoring. So,
It's crazy
for the
to
Civil
me.
War stuff, where he's talking about, he's kind of talking about it being inevitable, essentially, right? Like, that people have to rise up if they disagree with this. Except, and there's like an element to that, except that we are having a lot of progressive try to take office and try to have non-violent revolutions and actually try to work within the system to fix that. And we are seeing some movement with that. And that's awesome. And you're just completely ignoring that.
I mean, like, I guess the crucial thing is he was real quick to say he didn't advocate for it, but he sure didn't condemn it either. The concept of a civil war,
He says it's happening.
because he just like, yeah. I mean, it is in the sense that you could just extrapolate out all the political violence that's happened as what it's like. It's the building blocks of what civil war looks like in your average
But
country.
again, let's not say. Let's give it to him. He's been saying this for 7 fucking years. It's not like
Yeah.
he's inciting bullshit. Like that's it.
Yeah.
This isn't like
Yeah,
he's not
it's
saying this
his-
for the real reasons that need to be happening. He's
Yeah.
You're
he's like,
adding
there's a
too
race
much.
war. There's
You're
a-
adding too much logic. Yeah.
You're putting your own logic into his
am.
words, and that's not what he's
I am.
operating by. So let's not.
Yeah,
Let's not.
it's
do
just
that,
like
'cause I will get mad.
It's just like the second claim. It's just like the second claim.
It's just garbage. It's nonsense. Okay. Have we been the basement leftist?
Actually, we've been the basement leftist.
The basement
We voted today.
leftist.
The basement leftist. All right, mate. I love Tim. Timmy.
I love
Timmy.
pools.